Our athletes are always told they can't. The Special Olympics is the place they come to be told they can.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 Special Olympics Massachusetts Virtual Summer Games. My name is Mary Beth McMahon. I'm the President and CEO of Special Olympics Massachusetts, and I will be your hostess for this evening, along with my friend and Special Olympics athlete, Amanda Church.
Thank you, Mary Beth. I am honored to be here tonight on behalf of my fellow athletes. Although this is a new way to celebrate and compete, we have been resilient and changed up our spring sports season to make this virtual thing work. We're excited to showcase our skills.
Amanda, it is certainly a new way, and I would like to congratulate all the athletes, volunteers, family members, unified partners, and coaches who got involved in the virtual games. The videos and photos you sent were great. Tonight is the first for all of us, and as we move forward into the new normal, I want to take a moment to reflect on the last couple of months. I've had the amazing pleasure to be part of this incredible movement for over 35 years. To say that I've received more from the athletes than I've ever given is a true understatement. But as I've moved through the years, there are distinct times where I remember when I realized the personification of that understatement. And living through this pandemic is certainly one of those. As a daughter, I watch as my amazing parents, each from huge families, navigate a life from social distance when all they want to do is bring us together. As a mom, I watch my kids struggling with social isolation, remote learning, and the lack of sports. As the CEO, I long for the days when the staff was talking in the hallways and the common areas about mission moments they experienced with our athletes. And it is in these moments that I realized my parents, my kids, my family, my friends, my team, and most importantly, I are experiencing what the athletes of Special Olympics experience every day of their lives. We as a collective whole now understand what it's like to be socially isolated and not involved. We are missing our families, our friends, the hugs, the high fives, the fist bumps, the cheering, the smiles, and the belonging. We are living what our athletes have lived, yet rise above every day. It's what makes me believe we will rise again. This movement, when it was started, was for our athletes and is now, as we rise, a movement from our athletes. So to the athletes, I am saying thank you. You alone have been my greatest teacher. You've taught all of us that through inclusion, we will all win. I promise we will all get out on the playing field again and experience inclusion. I don't know how it will look, but I promise our new and reimagined Special Olympics will be done in consideration of all the guidances and with safety for all of the utmost importance. I look forward to going forward into the new normal inclusively with each and every one of you. And speaking of our incredible athlete leaders, now back to you, Amanda.
While this is a little different than Nickerson Field at Boston University, we are excited to provide a little taste of opening ceremonies. Even though we are apart this evening, we will be bringing you an athlete parade, the coaches, officials, volunteer, and athlete oaths, a torch run, and cauldron lighting, and be sure to stick around for a special message from Chairman of Special Olympics International, Tim Shriver.
We are excited to get things kicked off with the singing of the national anthem. Please welcome Rachel Perrin from Andover.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm singing this song for the world. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
Rachel. That was beautiful.
And now, for a not-so-traditional parade of athletes. We wanted to have a little taste of the athlete parade. We were overwhelmed by the response to the virtual summer games. This weekend, we'll be highlighting the accomplishments of 330 athletes, 24 coaches, 36 volunteers, 13 young athletes, 28 unified partners from 71 local programs, and volunteers from across the state. As a reminder, later this evening, we will have a special message from Tim Shriver and an appearance by representatives from the Boston Bruins, the New England Revolution, and 98.5, the Sports Hub, our amazing pro sports partners. Since we are all spread out and watching this from home, there will not be an opportunity to meet and thank our partners in person. On behalf of the entire organization and our board of directors, I would like to give a shout out to all the people who help keep our mission strong in communities across Massachusetts. We need to give a huge thank you to all of our amazing year-round partners and volunteers. Please join Amanda and I in recognizing the following groups who make all of this possible.
Our professional sports partners, the Boston Bruins, the New England Revolution, the New England Patriots. Year-round sponsors, Arabella Insurance, Outfront Media, and the companies that participate in and sponsor BioBall, and of course, the Law Enforcement Torch Run. Longtime sponsors, Bank of America, Robbins Kaplan, Imagine, Liberty Mutual, and New Balance. Sports radio partner, 98.5, the Sports Hub. And virtual game sponsor, Geico.
We could not do what we do every day without our amazing local program coordinators who drive the training at the local level with our incredible coaches. Without this incredible group of people, we would not be able to provide year-round opportunities to over 14,000 athletes and 6,000 unified partners.
We also love to thank all of the day of volunteers who help us run all of our events. Finally, everyone who participates in any of our fundraisers, the Polar Plunges, 5Ks, the Extra Mile Runners, BioBall teams, and the Torch Run supporters. And to all who invest in this movement with their incredible donations, we say thank you. These people and organizations make all of this possible. Thank you.
As we move forward into our new normal of the reimagined Special Olympics, we will need all of your incredible talent, time, and treasures to get every participant back on the playing field.
We are ready to introduce some great folks who will help us kick off the games with the readings of the volunteer, official, coach, and athlete oaths. And be sure to stick around for a special message from Tim Shriver.
That's right, and getting us kicked off are Alex Shitnick, Keith Dukas, Erin Kelly, Dana Cook, Lee Lampkin, Drew Rigreelli, Sue Borden, Kayla Matthew, reading our volunteer oath.
I volunteer my time so that
Special Olympics athletes can have
the time of their lives. I promise to support
Special Olympics, not just as an expression of charity,
but as a form of respect for my fellow human beings.
I promise to spread the word of volunteerism.
Because in giving,
I receive so much more in return.
That was awesome. Great to see so many of our longtime volunteers. And now our coach's oath presented by Neil and Kim Spinney.
Pledge to honor the Special Olympic spirit, rewarding performance and effort over results. I will coach all athletes in training and competition, sharing knowledge and fostering teamwork, respect, integrity, pride, and joy.
Thank you, Kim and Neil. Next up is our officials oath, being read by a group of wonderful officials, including Bill and Mac Mahoney, along with Rita Stokinger.
This is the official's oath. In the name of all judges and officials, we promise to officiate in these Special Olympics Games with complete impartiality,
respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the spirit of sportsmanship.
And now, my favorite oath, the athlete's oath presented by Jenna Zalome from Monomoy.
Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
It's almost time for the highly anticipated law enforcement torch run. Typically, nearly 200 runners would be running the 3.4 miles from Boston College to Boston University. This year, we are thrilled to have invited law enforcement from across the state to participate, including representatives from Pittsfield, Springfield, Worcester, and Boston. Internationally, more than 97,000 dedicated and compassionate law enforcement members carry the flame of hope, symbolizing courage and the celebration of diversity, uniting communities around the world. But before we light the cauldron, we are thrilled to introduce Law Enforcement Torch Run Executive Council co-directors, Chief Jim Deege and Rick Pierce, along with Kevin Constantine, the Barnstable County Coordinator for Massachusetts Law Enforcement, who stopped by our headquarters in Marlborough this week to present a check for the events hosted in 2019.
Greetings from the Massachusetts Law Enforcement Torch Run Program. As you already know, many of the law enforcement torch run events held leading up to summer games had been canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So this year we are doing things a little differently. As part of the virtual games opening ceremonies, we will be lighting the cauldron to declare the games open following a virtual torch handoff by law enforcement officials between the cities of Pittsfield, Springfield, Worcester, and Boston. And hopefully next year, we will have a statewide final leg torch run through these cities and across the state, which will end at the Summer Games opening ceremonies in Boston in 2021. We know that you have been working very hard at home preparing for the virtual Summer Games, and we are extremely proud of you and looking forward to seeing your accomplishments on social media. Keep up the good work and continue to look forward to getting back in the playing fields and back to the sports that you love to compete in. These are very difficult times that we are all experiencing, but we want you to know that we are here to support you now, and we will continue to support you in the future. You are our heroes. So keep believing in yourselves and keep inspiring us to do what we do to raise funds and awareness for Special Olympics. As you know, the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics is the movement's largest grassroots fundraiser and public awareness vehicle. I am very pleased and excited to announce that last year, numerous law enforcement officers throughout the state of Massachusetts helped to raise $735,696 to support our Special Olympic athletes. On behalf of Chief Deege and Ventorio and myself, I would like to sincerely thank the LETR Council members for their hard work and their dedication, and thank the many officers from around the state that donated their time and energy to help us raise this tremendous amount of money to support Special Olympics. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives, and because we are all in this together, I am confident that as we move forward, we will be bigger and stronger than ever before.
Thank you, gentlemen. On behalf of all my fellow athletes, thank you for all you do every day. We are so close to officially declaring the games open. I'd like to now turn your attention to one of my most anticipated moments of the night. Tim Shriver is the chairman of Special Olympics International. He wanted to send along a message of support and hope to all of you watching. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Shriver.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, sponsors, volunteers, family members, and most of all, Special Olympics athletes. That's the way I'd start any typical opening ceremonies moment, by thanking everyone assembled, but we're not assembled, so it feels strange, but the heart and the emotion is still there. To each of you who will now begin this virtual world of competition and training and connection and celebration, I say thank you From all of us in this extraordinary worldwide movement, I bring you greetings. All over the world, your brothers and sisters in this movement are preparing to compete today, tomorrow, and in the days ahead. We will not stop our commitment to our mission. We will not cease from preparing for the day we come back together. We will come through this with the strength of our athletes, and we will be brave in every attempt. So to each of you, as we prepare to open these games right now, in the midst of this pandemic, I wish you bravery, I wish you victory, I wish you gold medals. And for those of you who don't actually get a chance to have the medal around your neck, I remind you that we are all together in triumph, not just over disease, but over division as well.
And now, our final piece of the evening's events before declaring the games open. The moment you all have been waiting for, the lighting of the torch, is an Olympic tradition. It is now time for our ceremonial passing of the torch. The Law Enforcement Torch Run program is a story of success, love, and respect and commitment between law enforcement officers and Special Olympics athletes. We are very excited to include this ceremony in a new and unique way.
Let's watch as members of the Law Enforcement Torch Run program virtually pass the flame of hope across the state. Starting the torch relay is Chief Mike Wynn of Pittsfield, who will pass to Commissioner Cheryl Clapperud of Springfield, who passes to Chief Stephen Sargent of Worcester, and finally passing the flame of hope to Commissioner Willie Gross of the Boston Police Department.
Let's hear it for our Law Enforcement Torch Run representatives. Mr. Chief Jim D.G. of Middleton, Retired Chief Rick Pierce of Attleboro, Deputy Chief Kevin Constein of Harwich, Detective John Stackhouse of Acton, Detective Kevin Christopher of Boston College, Sergeant Larry Jedry of Everett, and Patrol Officer Kim Sir of Boston College.
Hi, my name is Mike Wynn, and I'm the Chief of Police here in my hometown, the city of Pittsfield. This year, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this virtual law enforcement torch run of the Flame of Hope. Next year, the city of Pittsfield will be the starting place for the statewide Commonwealth Law Enforcement Torch Run that will begin here and make its way to Boston for the 2021 Special Olympics Summer Games. My officers and I are proud and excited of the support that we have and the partnership we have with Special Olympics Massachusetts, and we look forward to welcoming all the athletes and their families here to the city of Pittsfield to begin next year's Law Enforcement Torch Run. From here, the torch will begin its journey across the Commonwealth to Boston by traveling from here to Springfield, Massachusetts, where it will be received by Commissioner Cheryl Clapperud of the Springfield PD. Here you go, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chief Wynn. We are truly excited to welcome the Law Enforcement Torch Run to Springfield in June 2021. Our officers will show our support and take part as the Flame of Hope makes its way across the Commonwealth on the way to the Special Olympics Massachusetts Summer Games in Boston. Springfield has always been a big supporter for the Special Olympics, and we are committed to our inclusion for community members with intellectual disability. From Western Mass to Central Mass, next stop for the torch, Worcester. Over you, Chief Sergeant. Call over.
Thank you, Springfield, for supporting the Special Olympics. We at the Worcester Police Department and all our officers support the Special Olympics. God bless the Olympians. God bless Worcester. Commissioner Gross, this is for you. Turn it over to you, and God bless the men and women of the Boston Police Department.
Hello, everyone. Boston Police Commissioner William G. Gross here, a proud supporter of the Special Olympics. We're proud to announce that in June 2021, we'll be hosting the opening Summer Games for the Special Olympics. Here's how we're going to start out. We're going to start out in Pittsfield, carrying the Flame of Hope. Then we're going to go to Springfield, and then to Worcester, and then to Harvard Stadium here in Boston, where Mayor Walsh in support of the men and women of the Boston Police Department and with our great city of Boston, we'll host the opening summer games for the Special Olympics, the Law Enforcement Torch Run. And as well, to my brothers, Chief DG and Chief Pierce, thank you for your leadership for this great cause.
Thank you, officers. Even though we cannot be together in Boston, the spirit of our games carries on and the flame of hope shines bright. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you? As a quick reminder, tomorrow we will be hosting cruiser convoys across the state at 10 a.m. Highlight shows on Facebook and YouTube at noon, 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. And of course, the dance via Zoom at 7 p.m. Be sure to pre-register to the dance. Space is limited. Also, I want to thank Special Olympics athlete, leader Amanda Church for being such an amazing co-host this evening. And now, without further ado, I'd like to declare the games open.
Let the games begin.
Hi, I'm Bob Sweeney from the Bruins. Let the games begin.
Hi, it's Hardy from 98.5 The Sports Hub, and I'm here to say one thing. Let the games begin.
Congrats, athletes! Way to go! Congratulations, athletes, for competing in the virtual Summer Games. I'm so proud of all of you.
Amazing job, athletes. You're doing great. I believe in you.